show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. Well, we've still got more works happening at the house, so you might hear a few bangs and noises, but apart from that, everything is going pretty well. Big welcome, of course. We got huge news today. I mean, talking about mega news for PulseChain. This is huge. Only just got announced about 7-8 hours ago, I think, by my counts. We're going to check that out as well. So Hyperlane is live on PulseChain. I think that opens up something massive for PulseChain, so we're going to talk about that. Stay tuned. That is a really huge news. So we're going to get onto that. We've got Wookie in the house there. Wookie is on top of the chat today. You are really early, Wookie, I must say. And he's got his link to Strategy Club. Yeah, if you want to join that Strategy Club, use Wookie's links sitting right there. Pretty awesome. We've got Hexcavator in the house there. Hey, gang, good to see Hexcavator. Smash, bang. And definitely like and share 100%. Let's go, as Hexcavator would say. Now, all you have to do is over on X, just hit the repost button and share the show around X because we're just warming up. Just warming up here today. So, and also get in the chat. Really like it when people get in the chat there. So, pretty awesome. We're going to get into all the good stuff there today. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Now, all right, let's see where we're going from here. We've got a few things to talk about. We're going to talk about Gladiator games as well. Gladiator games coming up with a second weekend contest. The first weekend was super successful. This is, of course, we don't have a lot of games on PulseChain. It is the beginning of a new era. I think we're going to be looking at a good suite of games launching this month, next month, and Gladiator games is, I think, going to be one of the dominant ones moving forward. Really is crazy good, and a developer that is rapidly innovating and launching. And we had a big launch today, not only a big contest coming up, but of course the Gladiator store has opened up as well. And I just had a look through it just before the live stream. It's got some really cool features. So big shout out to the developer. He is crushing it. That's what we want. You know, crypto is fast moving, gaming is fast moving, and to get those combinations working together, man, it is awesome. And Gladiator Games is on the front foot. No waiting around, just rapid innovation. So pretty cool. All right, we're going to get into it later on. But Christine in the house. Hey, Christine. Hey there. Always a pleasure to have Christine in the house. So big shout out. All right, let's move on, shall we? Let's get into the results for the stock market, I guess. Let's do that. And let's start off where we're going here. We're going to go to the second screen. I think we're going there. And yeah, the Fed Reserve having a bit of, the site's a bit buggy, it's a bit data rich or something. But S&P 500 retreats from record levels as Fed rate looms. So obviously the Fed rate meeting started. We're on the 17th of September. We've talked about this date. We've finally got here. And the Fed rate meeting has started. So Dow Jones down just over 0.25%, 125 points to 45,757. S&P 500 down 0.13%, 8 points, 6,600. And the Nasdaq there just down very slightly, 15 points to 22,333. With obviously the Fed meeting has begun. US dollar there 96.23, just down a tad as well, but very devalued. Remember, it was 108 when Trump got into power. The commodities right now, West Texas around $64.56 and Brent oil at $68.50. Both of them pretty flat today. Gold right now is up another $7 at $37.32. And I've seen some pretty crazy numbers that people were talking about with gold. I don't know if it's going to hit that, but people are talking about like 30-40 grand. So I don't know about that. We got silver though, $42.89. We are expecting that to go up somewhere between $75 and $125. So we'll keep looking out for that. That so far is still on a really big move. So yeah, we've got the Fed meeting coming in, but we did have retail sales out, and we had faster than anticipated pace in August. So it looks like the US consumer is still spending pretty well, and you guys know that they're the big consumer of the world, and about 2/3 of the US economy is consumption. So yeah, very bullish there, and of course wages are being lifted during the Trump era already. So United States looking pretty robust there. We have had a bit of shakiness. Let's go to the Fed rate monitor and see how that expectation on the market of interest rates is. We obviously got 17 hours and 48 minutes to go until the actual decision comes out from the chair Jerome Powell. Obviously, we know there's a lot of things happening in the background with the White House, trying to get a change of guard, as it were. But at the moment, we've got 97.7% of people in the market expecting a 25 basis point cut. So that's 1/4 percentage point. That would get us to 4.25% after all said and done. But of course, a lot of people wanting 50 basis points. I'm in that camp as well. I actually think it should probably, technically be around 100 basis points, but the market might gawk at that a little bit. So certainly a 50 basis points, I think, would be pretty well received. So at the moment, 25 basis points is on the card, but I do think they need to be more aggressive this year. Probably, at least, we'll see. But at the moment, on the card for the rest of the year, 75 basis point cut is expected. And we'll see where that all goes, because you can see October right now is sitting at another 25 basis point cut. In December, there another 25 basis point cut, so 75 basis points. But we are expecting, I would like to see more closer to 150 basis points by the end of the year. That would be 1.5 percentage points. That would get us down to essentially where the inflation rate is, and a 1-for-1 is a pretty good rule of thumb. And we all know that the Fed is pretty bad at their job, particularly under the current leadership. So we'll see where it all lands. But bullish for crypto. Lower interest rates mean risk on, and that's essentially it. And we've also got record monetary printing as well, and that may continue to boom there to help jobs along, right? All right, so that is the play right now on the old Fed. So 17 hours ago, 48 minutes, it could be mad gains all round. So a little bit of cautiousness will we lead into there. All right, so that's pretty much it on the economic front. We got Wookie says, Wookie, the world's best moderator. when you're here, you are definitely, for sure. He is also the Taurus Slayer there. You need to have Unity on there too, aren't you? In Unity as well. Let us know. All right, let's get into the crypto market quickly before we get into the PulseChain big news. It is coming down the line there. So let's go into that as well. We're going to go big screen this time. We got market cap at 4.146 trillion. We're still a very small market cap by world comparisons, but we all know this is going to get re-rated dramatically in the next 2 to 4 years. It's going to be quite dramatic. We're at 1% right now. We've got 18,784 coins right now. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin market. Now, we got Bitcoin at 116,786, a really nice little move on Bitcoin, up 1.3%. Ethereum there, down 0.5%, however, at 4,500. And we got XRP there at number 3, up 1.6%. That is at $3.04. Number 5 is BNB, up 4%. So a really good move on BNB at $955. Solana is up almost 1% at $236 at number 6. And then we've got Doge at number 8, up 0.7% at 27 cents. Number 10 is Tron, down 0.7% at just over 34 cents. Those are top 10 right now. Best performer over the last 24 hours has been BNB, up 4%. Best performer over the last week is still Doge, at up 11.8%, but followed quickly by Solana, up 9.2%, and BNB now up 8.8%. So those are the moves at the moment over the last week. Looking at the top performer, it is over the top 100. Pump Fund still holding number 1 there, up 64%. Sitting at number 59 right now. Mantle is up 30%, sitting at number 39. We've got Meancore at number 48, number 46 position, up 25% for the week at number 3. And then Monero sitting at 38 is up 9.7. Interesting to see Monero there moving. And that's at $319. And then finally, our top 5, number 19 position is Avalanche, up 16% right now. So those are the top 100. In fact, I was going to do a couple other little things here. I was just going to have a look to see where some other ones were while I'm at it. Let's see here. Where's it gone? I'm trying to find it here. Has it really disappeared that much? Wow, it really has gone down. Let's see here. Pi Network has dropped all the way to number 57. Look at that now, all the way down there, which is pretty crazy. And we got MYX Finance, the one that's been the big mover, is at number 67 right now. It's actually take a bit of a cooling off the last week, but has been a huge mover. Is the old MYX. That is pretty much it. So top mover in the top 1,000 is STBL at number 1, Hedgic number 2, and Hive AI at the moment at number 3. We'll have a quick look at STBL. There's a top mover in the 1,000. It's sitting at number 7 for 33. It's at 12.67 cents at the moment. Up 344% on the 24 hours, so pretty mad gains from the looks of it. Let's go to the max chart on this. Max chart is sitting, it's only been around since the 17th, so basically today. So pretty much up from the bottom, and it is on BSC chain there. So have a quick look at the website. There's a brand new launch, SDBL, looks like a stable coin, is it? Yeah, stable coins reimagined. Usual principle, keep your interest. There we are. So SDBL is live. They've got the access there. Who's the chairman and co-founder? Reeves Collins, Bundeep of LinkedIn, and here's Sarah there. So let's have a quick look at the app. A stablecoin that lets you spend and earn, connect your wallet, mint USST for using on-chain RWA, earn yield with yield. There we go. That is the SDBL. Mint your USST in 3 simple steps. They've got the leaderboard there. Yeah, they've got the about page. Let's have a quick look at that. So what USST does for you: instant liquidity, redeem USD anytime, secure, composable assets, regulatory readiness, and transparent reserves there. How it works: so you mint USST, receive yield, govern with the SDBL. Pretty simple setup, but you can earn money with it. So there we go. That is on the move right now. I had kind of I had read something about this one coming up. So it's sitting at number 733 right now. Market cap 62 million. I'm not sure the extent of their backing in those guys, but if it's pretty big, that could end up being a big one that might move pretty big. We'll see. Hedgehog number 2 is at number 647 in the ranking. It's on Ethereum, and it's been around for how long? It's probably a while, is it? Yeah, 2020, 19th. So it's been around back in the old, AA lobby days, the end, September 2020. Just coming off the bottom right now, 3.7 cents, now at 7 cents, and that is Hedgehog there. So have a quick look at it. One-click options trading, yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So if you like option trades, something that we need on PulseChain, something like this. So yeah, why not? Why not? All right, so that's pretty cool. Might save that to the favorites there and have a check that out later on. That's why we do this, right? We do this because it's fun. All right, let's go around. We're going to have a look at, we've had a swap out for number 3. We've got our test there. It's jumped in the middle there. Number 953, so it's pretty highly ranked. And it's been around since when? February 25, a few months, and is coming off the bottom there. 2.9 cents is now up 4.3 cents. It's on BSC chain as well. Test token VIP, so we'll have a quick look at this. TST is a test token deployed by BNB chain on 4meme. So originally deployed on BNB chain as a test token for a video tutorial. That looks some sort of meme thing, does it? Looks like some sort of meme thing. That is it right now. So that's up at number 953. And it's there we go. All right, so that is pretty much it on our top 1,000. What else are we going to say about this? Total market 4.14 trillion. And Bitcoin there, 116,668, looking pretty good. And Ethereum at 4,500, waiting for that next big move. Of course, smash 5K, smash 5K. We got Frank White in house there. Big shout out. Welcome to the chat as well. Frank White is here. Never fear. I'm just going to see whether there's been any more strategic ETH reserve disclosures. I don't know if I've still got that up actually. Let's have a look. Strategic ETH reserve. We're about to get to the big news, guys. The big news indeed. ETH reserve. And let's see if there's anything new to talk about here. I was supposed to bring this up before the live stream, but just the way it goes sometimes. No update there on that yet. No update. So that's pretty cool. That's going to lead us into our big alpha news today, which is on PulseChain. So it should be good. Don't forget to share the show around on X. There we go. I think there's a few X spaces and stuff on at the moment, but share the show. Bam, there we go. All right, let's get into the big news. This is huge. So this is it. So we've got not this one. Where we're going. We're going over. We're going over here. Hyperlane. I must have moved things around a bit. It's annoying when I do that. So Hyperlane. Hyperlane is live on PulseChain. So we've talked about having, in the past we've talked about Ramp now, we've talked about Banksa, right? There's new bridges. And of course, Ramp now has been fantastic, bringing a lot of USDC over as well. Saw some mini-mills using that as their main buy and burn now. And then we moved on to Liberty Swap, not moved on, but added Liberty Swap. and that's they're targeting 40 on-chain bridges. The PulseChain, that's been a real fantastic addition. I mean, cannot say good enough things about that. They're ramping up the number of chains. I don't know how many you got now. Is it 6 or 7 or something like that? But it has been hugely successful, and they're continuing to ramp that up to 40 chains, and it's making life a lot easier for a lot of people and a lot more efficient in terms of fees and losing crypto value and all sorts of stuff using alternatives. And we did have some reasonable alternatives to some of the bridges, but they're still could be on the expensive side a little bit. But now it's really cheap with Liberty Swap. So it's been really amazing, and they're still rolling out their 40 chains, right? The other thing that they're going to be doing, of course, is privacy bridge, and privacy is going to be a big thing. They're coming from Liberty Swap. But that now brings us to the next big one, which is Hyperlane. So they keep getting bigger and bigger in some ways, obviously using probably slightly different technology and the likes. But Hyperlane is now live on PulseChain, and this gives us access, as I understand it, up to about 130 chains. So it really is getting ready for the PulseChain bull run, right? So all this stuff's been put in place. This is the DeFi revolution, says Hex Scout. So big shout out to Hex Scout here. Evolutionary step for Richard Hart built ecosystem has been waiting for. Now it's up to the ecosystem. Where will the USDC liquidity be deployed? Our clear recommendation into the stable pool on PulseX, a one-to-one backed bridge USDC from all partner chains. Maximum stability through stable pool mechanism, perfectly suited for this purpose. PulseX rewards and PulseX burns, so that's all beneficial. Solid foundation for institutional and whale liquidity, very important for that. And this is what we want to open up. This is what we want to see open up on PulseChain, is this institutional whale liquidity. And we've got probably a couple, maybe at least half a dozen of people that I can think of that may be able to open up institutional investing and the likes and whale liquidity into PulseChain. So we're going to see how those evolve over the next sort of 12 to 18 months. That is definitely something key there. Technical detail, the new USDC contract on PulseChain, that is the new one there, and ends in EC1D. Regardless of the source chain, all USDC converge into the single address. So regardless of the source chain, all USDC converge into the single address. So we could have up to 130, I guess, chains, all with USDC coming over into this into that pool there. Why Hyperlane is a game changer, and I think this is very important. Hyperlane value for the ecosystem, permissionless, limit free, so there's no limits, fee free as well. So it's fantastic, and it's fast. So it's free, it's fast, it's no limits on it really, and it's permissionless. So fantastic. Already, and here's the other big thing. This is huge. Already 500,000 monthly active users. So there's no doubt that we'll get some of those coming over into PulseChain, especially as we get green candles, right? So that's pretty huge. 500,000 monthly active users, $10 billion transferred. So if you're after some billions, we can shave off a bit of that for the old PulseChain. Very cool. And that is on Nexus Hyperlane XYZ. We'll have a look at that in a minute. 5 years of flawless track record as well. So it's got a great history. Starting integrations, it's going to have Ethereum, so we're ramping up to the 130 chains, I guess. Ethereum, Base Chain, Arbitrum, and Polygon. So that's pretty cool. And of course, constantly expanding. So keep a lookout for that. But I think that's hitting quite a few of the good ones. It'd be pretty cool to see a couple other ones on there, but I'm sure they'll come pretty quick. Independent side route alongside the chamber bridge. This is really what I'm really excited about. This is that we got the official bridge, but now we're going to have an independent side route alongside the chamber bridge. So this is really good now. So two ways to PulseChain from the looks of it from this, because as you guys know, Liberty Swap and banks and all that use the official bridge, right? So this is really cool. So independent side route alongside the chamber bridge. Nice. On top, first 5 minute US fiat on ramp into PulseChain, Hex, PulseX, and USDC. So that is pretty cool. Now, Coast, of course, does an on ramp, and I think pretty sure it's about 5 minutes too. So I mean, there may be some little slightly differences between the two, but certainly Coast has been doing a great job providing us a fiat on ramp. And I think on the site there you can do PulseX and stuff, but certainly this is looking very good. I'm not quite sure the distinction they're making here, but that's definitely fantastic. PulseX and PulseX fiat, US fiat to these to rich art cores and EUSD. That's fantastic. So fantastic stuff there. Why Hyperlane? Hyperlane is far more than a bridge. It's permissionless cross-chain middleware with no central intermediaries, no limits, no downtime, even if the PulseChain bridge pauses under heavy load, which is awesome. So it's going to be operating when PulseChain, if the bridge is down, it will still operating, which is fantastic because this has been a huge issue, right? When we had big black swan events or white swan events, even it's been a real problem, and we've seen some absolute calamities with that. And often your best deals, often, people getting stuck in chain all day for 24 hours or so. And then, of course, I think in a couple of days once time, was it? And then, of course, we've had people saying, how can I swap? How can I swap this, swap that? And often you've ended up having to go, PulseX is pretty much slowed down to a snail, and you end up having to go to like 9mm or 9-inch or something to do some trades and things like that. Lots of weird things that people had to get used to doing. It channels capital from 130 chains directly onto PulseChain, and it's a Nexus Hyperlane, of course. That's fantastic, and unlocks new opportunities for developers, fiat on-ramps, so fiat ramps, multi-chain wallets, automated DeFi flows, and cross-chain governance. So you can imagine there's going to be so many of the teams on PulseChain, either already launched or in development, that are going to utilize all of this absolute huge connection to multi-chain. So pretty exciting with the old capital flows. Our call regarding liquidity: please integrate this USDC contract into the PulseX stable pools. So a petition there. That's how we build the strongest and most sustainable liquid structure for PulseChain. If this does not happen within 48 hours, we'll have to start on PHUX, which is the balancer fork right from the PH Universe team. But PulseX is the perfect home. So they're trying to get on the main DEX, but they may end up having to go onto the balancer fork. Go interchain with Hyperlane. Go interchain with Hyperlane. Go future with PulseChain. Next steps towards Hyperlane finale. They got to deploy the pools. Priority is PulseX stable pool, and then ramp now US fiat on ramp launch this week. So there we go. They'll be integrating, I guess, with the ramp now. Or at least ramp now is going to have a launch coming up with the finale there. So pretty cool. So Hyperlane there. You can see the picture of the image there. Fantastic news there, right? So pretty cool. Even Patias, great news. So it's a good start. So lots of cool people there responding to that. Nice. So that is pretty cool. Let's quickly go have a look at the site on Nexus Hyperlane. Now, this was featured in the monster thread for that's currently out at the moment. Just talking about this coming up. So this is really bullish that this is here, and no doubt it's going to be on Frank White's PLS start site. No doubt in no time at all. So Hyperlane there, and you can see Hyperlane. Nexus is moving to nexushyperlane.xyz, a bit of a change in the address. And I guess you can just go hunt PulseChain. And look all the other chains on here. Look at that. All the chains, man. This is awesome, eh? Isn't that awesome? That's so cool. So I guess we'll just type in PulseChain. There it is, guys. There it is. One route from Ethereum. How about that? There it is. And token. We've got the amount there, I guess. We'll put $5,000. Let's see if I don't know if it shows it. It's not connected, right? Oh yeah, 5,000. You can put the recipient address in as well. Connect and go. So I guess you can change the address that you want to go to, which is such a useful feature that a lot of people love. So that is huge for PulseChain. What was the other ones they had? Base, right? So base as well. Base to PulseChain. So yeah, base to PulseChain. What else? The other ones we had? We had a couple more, didn't we? We had Arbitrum, was it? Arbitrum and Polygon. Polygon's got a rename, right? Polygon's got a rename. So Arbitrum, is it on the top list? Oh, there it is. There, they're right at the top. They've already got them like almost preset. Maybe they pre-order that. Must pre-order themselves. Routes to PulseChain. Yeah, so Arbitrum. So it's cool. Yeah, they seem to sort routes to PulseChain there. Isn't it cool? And then a Polygon was the other one, right? Polygon there. I don't think they have. Let's go abstract. Yeah, I don't think the abstract's in there, as they said, but definitely the other ones here. That's pretty cool. Look, all the bridges, man. That's great. All the chains, I should say. That's cool. So very exciting news, guys. And presumably, if you want to go back to Ethereum, I guess you can do 5,000 as well. Let's do 5,000. and so forth, and put the address in. Nice. So fantastic there. Looking really good. So that is Hyperlane, the big news. That is giant news for PulseChain. So congratulations to Hexout. I'm not sure if they've done any other updates since I did that. Oh yeah, they have got one more. Yeah, so that was 9 hours ago. That's gone live. I'm going to post the link to that in the chat there. You guys can leave any messages. But Hyperlane is alive on PulseChain. And that is the link. We've got Blair in the house. Good to see you, Blair. Big shout out. And that is the link there to Hyperlane. So you can see that right now. Hyperlane is live, and that's the post there. Now, we did have another message as well 2 hours ago. Almost 2,000 USDC from third-party chains have already come through Hyperlane, even though the liquidity hasn't even been set up yet. Nice to see. So there we go. Good to know. Every dollar via Hyperlane is always back 1-to-1 on the sending chain. That's why the liquidity, which hasn't been provided yet, doesn't matter at all. So there we go. And the contract is live. So the contract is live, and you can see the contract there. You can find that with the previous link that we had. So kind of cool. Let's go have a look at it. Shall we have a nosy? Let's have a nosy. Let's have a nosy at the address. Hopefully it's going to come up. Not have some weird alert. Alert. All right. So there we go. We've got $1,200 on there now. So been a few transactions. All right, 11 holders right now. 11 holders of this stablecoin, new stablecoin USDC. So that is pretty awesome, guys. So it's just the beginning, but look forward to big things happening there as they ramp up. Nice. All right, that's going to bring us, I guess, back to PulseChain. Get in the chat there. Don't forget to spread the show around. Where was the show here? And there is the link there. Share that around. That'd be really cool. And see, the banner's gone white. How'd that happen? Let's quickly have a look at the app settings. What's happening there? We're supposed to have dark mode, light mode, and dark mode. I think dark mode disappeared. So there's the new token ticker there. If you're a team and you want to get showcased on the price ticker there, and of course the new segment, we've got a new segment coming up. Hit up MVS Crypto or myself directly. That's the way it goes. All right. What else? What else we got going? I think that's it. Let's get into, so that's the beginning of PulseChain news. We're going to get into the PulseChain markets, and then we're going to get into Gladiator games. We might even have a sneak peek at Pulse Beat Miner, is it, from Crypto DeFi, see how that's going after 24 hours almost. Or maybe it is 24 hours, we'll see. Superman, lots of Superman there. Big shout out, thanks to Jen. Hope you're doing well also. Let's jump into the rest of the details around PulseChain. PulseChain right now, day 859 since PulseChain launched on the 30th of May 2023. We've got Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0423, up just a tad, just a very little amount. PulseX at the moment still down 10%. Quadruple, oh, that's 7 days. Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry about that. Pulse is still down the 30% though. PulseX at the moment down 5% at quadruple 0267. And Ink token there is down 1%. Excuse me, is at $1.46. The buy and burn on PulseX is 7.76%. And Hex at the moment is at just under 9,700 of a penny, down 2.3%. But eHex is still doing really well, even after the old pump and dumper likes to pump eHex and play the profits, and apparently ended up losing money on that. And but the prices continue to rally there at 2,800 of a penny, and now that BankX, I guess, is almost over as well. We talked about that yesterday, didn't we, in detail from Solve something. So there we go. That is the mark. Let's go to gas prices. 830,000 beats. We've got 1 cent for a PulseX swap right now. Validators, 52,583. And of course, we saw yesterday that Vouch had become the number one validator with around about 4,000 validators. So big shout out to them. Pretty awesome. And then the bridge, and I know the price came back today. So that, I talked about that, didn't I? Had been getting a few people wanting me to do some interviews and stuff like that. But I was a little bit nervous about that because the price had rallied so hard and hadn't had a proper correction. So, I was getting a bit nervous covering projects that you don't want people necessarily buying the top. what happens if the Kryptonite Show audience is the last audience to see the chart for as a correction, right? That's not too cool. Try to avoid that where possible. So that's why I was not talking about it as much. But we're at $180,435 right now on the old bridge. And of course, EHEX is rising through the ranks. So if EHEX takes off, then this bridge value is going to take off, right? And so, yeah. It's the one thing I probably think shouldn't be in. It is obviously comes over the bridge, but I kind of feel like it should be excluded or something. I'd like to have a button here that sort of excluded EHEX here, but that's just the way it goes. But EHEX is on the move, so which means the bridge is on the move as well. All right, that gets us into PulseChain market there. We're at 14 mil. What happened? We were sitting around 19 million for about 3 or 4 days, and now we're back down to 14 mil. So boo-hoo. But anyway, we got Pulses just on a bit of a pullback. Interest rates, of course, coming out within about 17 hours. So hopefully that puts a bit of spirit and a bit of oomph into the old PulseChain, and along with everything else, and we finally start to get a big move there. At the moment, we've got this new token, Immortal. We did have a token that was on the charts. It was a scam token. You do need to be careful with the tokens are launching. There are scams on PulseChain that launch, and a bit of honeypots and things. So you do need to be careful. There are a couple people online on X that do updates about tokens and whether there are scams or not. And so there is a few features there. Immortal underlying, been around for 13 hours. I do not know. I haven't checked it, so I have no idea the quality. Obviously, I'm not endorsing any coin here. You must always do your own due diligence, but that is up 1,840% right now. We've got a Trooper, is been around for over 2 years. James Maria, that is up 6.7%, so it's on a good move there. At 10 cents right now, 10 cents, almost 11 cents. We've got Pump Tires Die, been around for over 7 months, up 6.4%. We've got Love.io from Anders, up 6%. And of course, we've been talking about when are they going to be launching? I mean, the bull market's pretty much here. And I saw Tom Lee today talking about the fact that we're only halfway through the cycle. So that's for the stock market, and halfway through the cycle. So there's a long run to go. Now, we obviously see people walking around talking about, we only got a month left, we've got 2 months left, right? I saw people say, 2025 is the end. Well, Tom Lee is talking about we're halfway through, guys. Halfway through, which is about 35 weeks. So potentially another 35 weeks, which does fit very well with my outlook, right? My outlook there is that we're going to probably be pretty bullish during the Trump reign, particularly as all of his policies start kicking in the Q4 in particular, end of Q3, Q4, and into 2026. Really, it will start running away. All this stuff's going to start running away. I'm expecting GDP to start running pretty hard into the second half of next year. And potentially we could see the Trump golden age of America hitting 4 to 6%. I'm not kidding. So obviously the low end of the target is really the target. So we're talking about probably 3 or 4%. That'd be amazing. But I think we actually might hit 4 to 6% at the peak, which would be unheard of, right? Be unheard of since about 1940s or so. So for those that were alive back then, let us know in the chat. I don't know if we got anyone. We got anyone that's born before that'd be about 85, 90 years old, something like that. All right, so we got the price there at Love. No one wants to own up. No one's it's the oldest viewer does not want to own up. The oldest viewer. All right, so we got 5 zeros 1937 right now on the old Love.io, and we're waiting to see whether they got their app and any other platforms they launched. So we'll see what they got up their sleeve. Or they got nothing. Is that it? We'll find out. They got Luffy.com, and that performs okay. It's ticking away. We've got world's greatest PDI printer at $12.28, up 5.6%. So have a quick look at this one. OG Web Chef, of course. And they had a little bit of a rise and a bit of pullback here after its former glory, right? These things were hot to trot with the OG Web Chef there, and just quieted down a little bit. BFF, another OG Web Chef, up 5% right now. And then we've got Teddy Bear, along with a troper of James Maria. We've got Teddy Bear on the move as well, up 4.6%. Let's have a quick look at this one versus DAI. We'll have a look at the DAI ratio. And this is the daily candles. We can see we've got a little bit of an uptrend happening here, a bit of weakness right now, but otherwise still kind of an upward channel to some degree. Almost it broke down a little bit here, didn't it? Depending on where you're going to put the channel, but still on the up and up, still looking okay. What else there? We got the Reserve Tay right now as well, up 4.5%. Bria from the meme coin community. We covered memes 2 days ago, and Bria there is up 4% right now, and of course waiting for Coinwell and Rackham Shell and Coinarchy and the battle of the bulge, battle of the memes, and that's counting down. I remember 13 days is it from October. So we'll keep a lookout for that. And is that going to have a big hyper rally in the old Bria? What else is going? Zero Trust is number 14, up 3.6%. Mafia, we're talking about the beginning of a gaming boom on PulseChain. Do you feel it? Do you see it? Do you sense it? Do you smell it? Can you eat it? I don't know about eating it, but it is definitely, gaming is just starting its emergence. And because I've been surprised how many that we haven't had that many games. Now we got this sort of two things together. We've got games per se, and then we've got these casinos coming, and they have their own casino games. So I guess we got those two sort of categories. I would say different lanes, but certainly similar. And Mafia, they're getting closer to launching when Killing is available, right? But what else did we see today? We've also got another game that's going to be launching in the Mafia space. So we're going to have 2 Mafia games, guys. Which is pretty crazy. So 2 marketing games. It is pretty crazy on PulseChain. So it's going to be pretty crazy to see that. So Mafia game, and let's see where Mafia is at right now. Obviously PulseChain's been down. Let's see where the Mafia chart is going. So that's a zigzag on the price. Let's go to the weekly because it's been around for a long time. And this is from Jacob, of course. We're a big supporter of Jacob. The only thing that we say is launch times, right? Launch times are the only criticism. Apart from that, we're big supporters of what he's doing and his vision, and of course to celebrate his talent to do these things as well. But that is the weekly chart there for the old Mafia. Let's go to the Pulse price and have a look at that. That is the Pulse price. So it is decreased in Pulse down to 70.6. So keep a lookout for that. But the game's been getting upgrades. There's definitely been a lot of upgrades in the game, but really waiting for that to launch, right? So that is Mafia. But it's also going to face a new competitor, which is interesting. This is the thing with, I guess, rapid innovation, people getting out there. There's going to be 2 Mafia games competing. I haven't seen the first one. The second Mafia game is going to be, I think it's Geyser. Is it Geyser? Yeah, Geyser. And so we'll keep a lookout for that. And it could be pretty interesting. All right. So that is Mafia. And so then we've got Hex, Pump Tires Hex, up 2.5% today at number 17. GoPulse sitting at 8.9 cents. That's come down from 10 cents. It was 10 cents. That's down. It's up 1.5% right now. Lady Gaga, number 19, is at 1%. Liberty is at number 20%. Number 20, I should say, up 1% as well. Peacock, talking about another meme. And apparently Bria likes eating peacocks for dinner. I'm not sure how happy Peacock is about that. But the weekly chart here for Peacock's definitely come down quite a bit. And the ratio to Pulse, let's look at that, is down at 62. It peaked out. Look at us, peaked out at 353 to 62 right now. Now, has the bottom in? Possibly. I haven't got the RSI on here, but that's where it is right now on the old Peacock. And of course, Liberty Swap's not slowing down, right? They're not slowing down with their ramp up. So we'll see how that goes. Also, the new game Giza, the Mafia game, is going to be having a dual token with was it GRZ, I think it is, and Peacock. So Peacock's going to be included in that new game that's going to compete with Mafia. Now, when I say compete, they're not necessarily the same, right? There's going to be a lot of differences, but essentially the same, Mafia category, playing a Mafia game. So we'll see how different they are. But that's definitely coming. I don't know the time frame of Giza. It might be very, very close. So we'll see about that. But it's coming up as well. We might check out the ticker in a minute. What else? Dev coin there had a little pump the other day. It's currently sitting at 0.2 of a penny, up 1%. Your mum, been around for 23. Number 23, sorry, been around for 4 months, up almost 1%. Moonex there, up 0.75% at almost 13.8 cents. And then Sparta there with the Hex DAO at 10 cents. So obviously, if Hex does a nice little runaway, P Hex we're talking about, then this will do well also. So imagine if this had EHEX in it as well. It might be really, really bouncing super high. But at the moment, it's coming at 10 cents on the weekly chart, having a pretty good run over the last couple of weeks, right? So let's go to the daily chart. There's the daily chart there for the old Sparta. So it's actually looking pretty good, isn't it? Looking pretty good. In fact, only recently come off all-time highs. So there we go. And this old Sparta. So those are the ones that are green today. Everything else is kind of under the water right now. Rhinofied is down. Oh, it's pretty close to break even. Keep a look at that. That charging model is looking really, really cool. We're going to see that really run up when Pulse run ups, I think. See that really run up. What else is down here? Quite a lot. Dex is all down here. 9-inch. Hex is down here. For investors down here. Solid X is down here, $8.88 right now. And of course, we know this could be launching within the next 13 days. So Solid X could be pretty close. And so is X Game along here as well. So these guys are just sitting down here and undervalued. They're clearly undervalued. You watch it and within the next, when it launches, looking for launch before the end of September is highly likely. A flow over to early October possible. But that's the time frame for that. So we'll keep a lookout for Solid X there. And of course, X Games coming out with its first game is Crash Game. And Solid X is going to have staking and a lot of blue chip perks. So we're going to look out for all that. And of course, we've been talking about their first product, which is Solid Trader, which we'll talk about at the end of the live stream. So that's pretty cool. Let's quickly look for this new game that's coming out in the Mafia. I think it's GZR, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I got that right? Yeah, PulseChain Geezer. It's been in the Monster thread as well, I think. Let's have a look at the liquidity. So it's, the game has not launched yet, but this is definitely out. And this is the chart right now. Currently at 4 zeros, 1685, market 14K, 10K liquidity. So pretty good damn liquidity relative to market, only 14K right now. So I'm not sure the supply numbers, but that is out there right now. Let's have a look at the X account and see, because I did do an update, I think, yesterday. So we might as well talk about it. Well, we're talking about it since gaming is just starting to emerge. Gaming is just starting, isn't it? Isn't it interesting at the right time too? And that's the question is, are we going to get an NFT boom? That's the question too. Obviously, we've got Nexian out there helping NFT staking, but are we going to see an NFT boom as well? I suspect we will, of course. But yeah, which category is going to be in? Gaming, GameFi, whatever. So we'll have a look at that. But at the moment, Giza did put out an update 14 hours ago, so we'll quickly go through this. Actually, we've got a couple updates there, haven't we? Let's see here. Scroll down. Let's scroll down here. Giza PulseChain. No. Actually, we might just go back up here to the pin message. It's a lot faster. 14 hours ago. There we go. Almost there. Introducing details of the Giza game. Long thread. Embrace yourselves. Yeah, definitely. GZR Underworld, a crypto mafia strategy game, guys. So there's going to be two mafia games. Now, the question is, which one is going to be like? Obviously, Mafia from Jacob is already out there, and it's like 90% there, and it's waiting for the game go live. But now we've got this new competitor in the same genre, Mafia strategy game. Step into a gritty underworld of North speakeasies, street deals, and blockchain crime. Start at the bottom and rise to the top. So the geezer of the city. This isn't your usual mob sim. It's Mafia life, crypto infused bribe cops with tokens, launder cash through NFT real estate. So they're going to be using NFTs, earn respect before the money flows, coin, core gameplay, loop, spend, daily action points on jobs. They're going to be mugging, of course, heist and smuggling. We already see that in the existing Mafia game from Jacob. Sabotage, but it's probably going to be done differently. It's going to be interesting to see how differently this is done, how it looks, how engaging it is, etc. Sabotage, complete missions, earn Giza and NFTs, upgrade crew, and unlock bigger crimes. From pickpocketing to auto thief rings, rigged fight clubs, extortion rackets, even casinos, crime equals rewards, reinvest in bigger crime, climb the hood to boss. They've also got GameFi features, dual token system, Giza and Peacock. I told you there was a Peacock connection here. Not sure how close that connection is, but they're certainly straight out of the gate there. And Peacock with Liberty Swap has been engaging a lot. NFTs equals true ownership of hideouts, cars, weapons. Staking equals passive income. Governance equals family vote on the future. The underworld economy run rackets, drug labs, smuggling rings, cyber heists, open fronts, bars, clubs, and import firms. Use Peacock for risky plays and Geyser for growth, trade, stake, and expand. Peer-to-peer and family form a mafia family. Pool resources, dominate districts, and of course, family wars, whack attempts, turf battles on the streets, collect Giza taxes. So these two are in direct competition now, regardless of the differences they'll have, the technology and stuff like that. Depending, I know it depends on when they're launched to. Presumably this is going to be launching soon rather than later. We don't know. I'll find out. But definitely a pretty similar genre. So token ecosystem, Giza equals native token, earn spend, Peacock equals utility, fuels higher risk opportunities, control supply, burn mechanics, and balanced economy, rewards and seasons, airdrops for active players, passive yields for via staking, seasonal resets keep the game fair and refreshed, which is always important in games, having these seasonal things. Every season, new chaos and new bosses. So I think that's a good angle. I really like that. Number 10, browser-based, no downloads. So you're not having to download anything. Log in with your PulseChain wallet, on-chain missions, trades, and staking. Your empire, your tokens, your NFTs. Welcome to the Giza underworld. So there we are. That is it right now. We'll keep a lookout for that. That is a Giza world. And so a new game is coming. I said we just got in the beginning, I think, of an absolute huge wave of gaming, whether it's casinos or pure games. It is we're on the onset because we've got two big decentralized casinos going to be launching, On-Chain Bet from Jacob and X Game from Firewell. And then we've got all these gaming projects that are just starting to emerge that are really quite good quality. And so, we're going to have the Mafia game from Jacob. We've got, obviously, Gladiator games we're about to talk about next, which is massive. I think going to be absolutely huge. And then we've got Giza here. So we've got two in the Mafia category for the gaming. And then we've also got, obviously, Gladiators, a good old fighting game from Rome. So we're going to talk about that in the next session. So things are just starting to heat up, folks, in the old gaming, whether it's casino gaming or pure gaming, I guess is the way to talk about it. So pretty awesome in Giza there at the moment. Let's see what that is worth when they get close to a launch. Probably be interesting. Now, I haven't done any checks of the token supply or anything else or quality, so not endorsing any, of course, but just talking about the fact that this is emerging now on the PulseChain. It's exciting, right? So we just talked earlier about the Hyperlane bridge getting up, even a bigger bridge, and now we've got this whole gaming genre starting to blow up on PulseChain. It is exciting times. So the next month or two, I think it's going to be pretty awesome for gaming on PulseChain, and you guys are all here early, and I'm talking about it, right? I'm talking about it. So there we go. That's Giza. All right, so that is Giza. I probably should have put that in the chat there, but you guys can type in GZR and go hunt it down. But Gladiator games, man, this thing is going next level. Now we're talking about gaming. This thing is a heavyweight in the gaming place now on PulseChain. So looking good. We've got Grumpy in the house there with woof woof. Yeah, we've got the Bria Pack in the house there. Big shout out, Grumpy. And we got stay safe at work. Stay safe at work. He knows what I'm talking about. We got Chemical Reaction in the house as well. You've got to be crazy to invest in PulseChain. Worst tokenomics ever seen, says Crypto Reaction Man. Well, it's about to take off, dude. So buy low and sell high. That's the old tip of the day for you, Chemical Reaction. And welcome to the chat. We got Wookie in the house as well, but no comment. Oh, what happened to your comment there, Wookie? Did you mute something? Did you do some moderating? I don't know. Hard to tell. That's where we're going right now. All right, so let's get into Gladiator games. And we've got some big news that's out from Gladiator games as well. So we're going to read a couple of these. Let's see. We're going to go back down here. I think there's two posts in particular I want to read. Let's scroll down a little bit here. Scroll down. I'm just trying to think where it is here. So let's scroll down. So I'm just trying to down to the first tournament. I'm sure there was an update down here somewhere. Let me just find it. I should have had this set up already. I apologize for that. So they had the first tournament. The first tournament was this weekend, and we just went to. They had a $500 number one prize, guys, on the Gladiator games, $100 on second prize, and $50 on third prize, and then some legendary weapons for fourth and fifth. So they were one, but now they have got a whole new section coming up. So we're going to talk about that. And they were recently in the Monster Thread, of course, showcase the Monster Thread. But I just wanted to showcase what they've got coming up for this weekend, the second weekend. So this is the tournament here. So what a weekend for the Gladiator games. And I'm going to leave a link in here. So the two things that you should do that I would suggest you do here is, number one, get a player, join up to the game and get a player. Let's put this in here. So Gladiator games. And ticker is Rome. Of course, you can pick up some Rome token if you want. And that is the link there. You will need some if you want to speed up some of your upgrades. That's all I'm saying. So Gladiator Games there. That's the post to the next battle that's coming up this weekend. So you can check that out. That's the next one there. And so let's see what's that. So tournament number 2. This is coming up this weekend. Our second tournament coming up, the one that we just had, was a huge success. 783 games were fought. So this is actually the second week. It's been around for 2 weeks. Almost 20 million gold wagered. So remember, gold is equal 1-to-1 to pulse. So you can just say 20 million pulse if you want to look at it that way. 44 gladiators were fighting in the arena. So really good start. And prizes paid were huge, right? So really fantastic there. Game revenue this weekend was $565. So the cool thing about this developer, he's full on transparency. So he's going to tell you all the nitty and gritty. So pretty awesome. Great second week out of the gate there. Rome ecosystem stats. The price is up 750% from the bottom. The market cap 264K. Liquidity 50K. Burn supply is already 0.4% of the supply is burned up already with this first activity. Imagine this every single weekend. And I know there's lots of things with the store that's come out, going to really ramp that up. So there are currently 116 holders. That is up 68% inside 9 days, guys. So that's crazy growth. 262 Telegram members and 318 on X. So keep a track of these numbers because they're going to go up and up and up. So if you guys haven't joined up, you're definitely going to get into there. So let me post the link to the website. What I suggest to you is join up and get yourself a player. And you can connect up with your wallet and then play the live version. There's a free version. You don't have to connect your wallet, but get a DGN wallet, put some Pulse in it, connect your MetaMask, and start playing and make some plays. You can make as many plays as you want, really, and start playing the game. So that's the first thing you should do. That's Gladiator Games there. The second thing you should do is join Telegram. So join Telegram up at the top there. And join in and get involved. It's this game's going to blow up big, guys. It's already started off with a real big move, and we're excited about where it's going to go. So that is Gladiator Games, and you can also see actually in the price scroll bar, you can see Rome down the bottom there in red. That's the first one to be added to the scroll bar. So a big shout out to the team there. You'll see it come around very soon. All right, so that is the Rome. But we've got another update because we've got another competition coming up this weekend. Now, I put this out yesterday because, just to showcase the different player cards. And that is basically all you have to do is make a player and pick a gladiator type. Then you can join the Gladiator Guild, which is basically joining Telegram, what I just told you guys, suggested you guys do. And then number 3, you can follow them on X, which I said follow the Emperor, which I think is kind of cool. Make my own game terms up here. Right? Join the Gladiator Guild and follow the Emperor. and maybe buy some Rome tokens, right? Some Rome tokens there. But these are the different players that you can get. So once you set up a player, you get the 4 Gladiator types. There's lots of different pictures of different types, but there's different 4 categories. And the first one is Murmillo. It has a large shield and sword. It has low damage, 330, but very good defense, 440. So that is just one of the very characters there. Number 2 is the Daimachari or Daimachari. I haven't got my Italian accent, but dual wielding sword, so 2 swords. Very good damage, obviously, with 2 swords, but low defense because it's got no shields or anything, right? So low defense is 0. Now you can build up defense other ways, but it starts off the base amount, starts off at 0, but you can get weapons and stuff like that to improve your defense. So you can buy shields and stuff like that. The third one is, I've got to say this right, Retirius. I'm trying to speak like it. Retirius. We got that's got a trident, so you can get the trident there with the three-headed spear and the net there as well. Good damage. The net's very useful for binding people up, but low defense, no shield or anything. The net does stun as well, so there's an extra perk there for this gladiator type. And then, of course, there was a 4th one as well, right? So 4th one there is the let me just get that there. 4th one is the Hoplomachus. Hoplomachus there. It's got a spear and shield. So you got the spear and a shield. And it's got good damage, obviously, with the spear, and good defense because you got a shield as well. So those are the 4 main category types. Now you can within those categories, you can choose different images of different gladiators. So there's lots of variation within the 4 main gladiator types. But that is from is from them, and I'll make sure I'll post the link to that in the chat there as well. You can, if you want all those links to join up, and tell them Superman sent you. Tell them Superman sent you. Always good. Brendan says, when AAA games for Pulse? Yeah, well, this is one that's pretty close to that with the old Gladiator games, that's for sure. That is at the Crypto Nights show. So hit follow that and join up today. All right, so that is that. But there was a big news coming up here as well. Gladiator Game says, let's go Gladiators. People are having an absolute blast battling in the arena, winning money, earning weapons, and climbing the leaderboard. $650 in cash prizes every weekend now. So this is pretty cool. We weren't too sure about our luck. So you're going to be able to win big prizes playing this game every weekend. And it's a pretty fun game to play. There's more than a game. It's a community, it's competition, it's fun, and it only gets bigger, which is pretty awesome. Join now, connect, and fight for Pulse, Rome, and Gold and Glory there. So fantastic there. That was from the guys. So yeah, everyone's pretty happy about that. Got some nice little comments. So that is from Gladiator Games. So another $650 this week, weekend 3. So you guys are nice and early. Get in there as well. Now, the other thing, of course, is 2 weeks old, and Gladiator Games has already burned over 4 million Rome tokens, guys. Isn't that fantastic? We burned with game revenue. So even when you're playing, a lot of the stuff's going to end up burning the underlying Rome token every single weekend, every single day of the week, and that's going to help increase the value of the Rome token there. So pretty awesome, and you guys are early. So if you wanting to pick up some Rome token, get involved in the game, you're nice and early to do that, and this is going to be getting bigger. Now, the Rome token, there's going to be other games as well launched. Obviously, Gladiator Games is going to be one of the big heavyweights, but there'll be other ones as well. So the Rome token is going to have multi-use over the future. So kind of cool. What else we got about that? I think that was some of the key stuff I want to talk about there. Energy from the first Gladiator Games tournament is buzzing. Absolutely is. Hundreds of battles, tons of energy. And of course, they've got X Spaces on. And in the X Spaces, they've got, they often have a lot of gaming on there too. So pretty cool. Yeah, some pretty awesome stuff. So I think that's probably some of the highlights I wanted to highlight there from this. So another weekend coming up. It's going to be pretty cool. Let me have a look here. Yeah, Gladiators return this weekend. This is from Timmy. Last weekend was fire. We gave away $650 in cash and prizes. This time, of course, round 2. It's going to be pretty cool. So more prizes, $200, $100, $100. They've changed the prizes, so it's very different this time. So this weekend, it's going to be $200 for first place, $100 for second place, $100 for third place. It's going to be $100 for fourth place. So really, to spread out the prizes quite a bit there. Fifth place, $100 as well. So 5 people have a chance of winning this time. Some pretty big money. And $50 for 6. Okay, 6 people. Okay, and then 7th to 10th, they're going to legendary gear. So way more prizes now. Split out there. So, man, even more chance for people to win. Fantastic. So it's pretty cool. What else have they got? Crypto Girls into it now. Oh, Crypto Girl. We've got girls in the game. I love that. So it's pretty cool. Gladiator Games returns this weekend. Nice. So you're getting some good support there from different influencers. Pretty cool. Last weekend was wild. So lots of activity, guys. Big influencers covering it. Crypto Girl, Mr. Timmy Official, 9,000 followers on that one too. So lots of cool things happening in the space here for Gladiator Games. Huge influencers, and of course, huge activity. And you guys are nice and early. So grab a player, get in the Telegram, and follow on X. It's probably the 3 things you can do, and you can do that all with that link. Not bad. So games are blowing up on PulseChain, guys, and it is exciting. It is exciting. So pretty awesome. And look, I say we've got the 2 big casinos launching, probably October, maybe late September for some of them. We shall see. We've got those on-chain bet and, of course, X Game. And then, of course, we've got these big game label projects launching as well. Gladiator Games, Giza as well, Mafia. It's going to be a real amazing times with these gamings. And I'm really loving Gladiator Games. It looks absolutely amazing. It's fun to play too. All right, so I think that was it on that one, was it? How are we doing for time? An hour, almost an hour on time. So we're doing pretty good. Was there anything else I was going to be talking about today? I'm not sure. We've got Q Baller in house there. Morning all. Good to see you, Q Baller. Big shout out. Yeah, we're 1 hour now there. Let's go see if Richard Hart's got anything to say. I haven't actually checked up on Richard. Richard Hart. Richard Hart. I need to type his full thing. I cleared my cache, you see, so everything's gone to 0 again. Let's see. Has he got anything? No, nothing extra. Oh, we did have some pretty big we did have some pretty big news. We got influencers. So people are getting these packages, these marketing patches from Richard via Griffin Warehouse and all that. And we've had some influencers open it up on live stream, and sometimes they call it a scam. Sometimes they really like it. It depends on if they know Richard or not or whatever. But they're getting massive views, like 90,000 views and stuff, which is hilarious, and then like 10 hours. So it is pretty crazy. All press is good press. Is the whole thing. Yeah, it's like even when you get a quasi negative sort of coverage, you got 90,000 people watching it. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, we're getting nice free press. So imagine just amplifying that by thousands and tens of thousands and so forth. So it really starts to add up, and people are like, "Oh, I've got to check out this PulseChain. What this PulseChain, whether it's positive or negative, got to check it out. Got to check it out." So I think that's kind of cool around the marketing of Richard Hart. So not bad. So a big shout out to Griffin and that. They do need some. Volunteers. That's all I was going to say. They have called out for volunteers. So if you're in the North United States, I think are they in Florida or South Carolina or somewhere like that. So I'm not sure where they're based, but you can go help them out if you're down in that way, down in the area. Remember they're going to be pushing out those things for months ahead, all the way to Christmas at least, and probably beyond. I think they're looking at 1 million units by the end of the year, based on RG3's comments the other day. So it could be massive there in the United States. The other thing, of course, if you guys haven't checked it, let's go back to this quickly, is the Monster thread is out, Monster number 19. It's got all the hottest news over the last week. You definitely want to check this out as well and share it around. So if you haven't done that already, I also got some of the hottest projects in town. So we're going to go through those right now with the old Monster thread. So Monster thread number 19. 19 weeks, guys. 19 weeks. Isn't that amazing? And it's just getting bigger and bigger on average every time. So kind of cool. PulseChain's hottest news. So we're going to quickly go through some of that over the last week, but definitely get it out, share it around to your friends. It's ideal for onboarding new people to PulseChain, educating them around who's who's doing what. We've got 19 weeks of it now. So if they really want to binge, they can go back on all 19. But that is the latest one just out, was it 2 days ago? I think it is. Yeah, just less than 2 days ago. That is the Monster thread. All right, so let's have a quick look. We got some cool stuff in there, obviously. We got Richard Hart, of course, has been really posted that post about 10,000x. Remember that? That was huge, that post on 10,000x. I think we've got it here, actually. So that's, yeah, they yelled scam at 10 hex to 10,000x. I wonder if they'll do it again. OMG. That's at over 500,000 views, guys. Over 500,000 views. OMG, that's so good. 10,000x. I posted that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So pretty awesome there. But we also had cool stuff there. I had to put that picture there. It's so cool, isn't it? Look at that. That's so cool. And of course, Somi there talked about Ivan on Tech. Ivan on Tech was covering, PulseChain and Hex. Had some advice for Richard Hart about how to pump Hex. And Somi was talking about that. So that was pretty funny on that Hex 10,000x content. Ivan believes. He likes to be sarcastic and everything about stuff, but he believes. He believes. If he didn't believe, he wouldn't even bother. He'd just be shilling margin trading or something. So he believes. Brendan says in house there 500,000 views now. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. So that's what I'm saying. When we start adding up all these views that people are seeing, we're going to be hitting millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of views, billions of views probably. It's going to be insane, and then it's just getting bigger and bigger. So the message is getting out there. It's crypto time. Bitcoin Magazine, of course. This is huge. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we must admit the crypto time has come." This is from the SEC Chair. This is we've flipped the script on the old SEC. President Trump has tasked me with making America the crypto capital of the world. You can't ask for better than that. That is that's huge. That's mega statement for crypto. Devices making waves, of course. Received her PulseChain device, getting 500,000 views and widespread reaction from the community. That's what I'm saying. We get even negative ones getting on a run rate of 24 hours, probably getting 250,000 views, and now that's from a relatively middle-sized influencer, but we get 500,000 views on another one. See what I'm saying? This is how big things are getting. This is how big things are getting. I'm not sure. I think we got the one here. Let's see how big this is. So scams up forever. Almost 500,000 views on that. Look at that. Crazy, right? So all press is good press. That's the key. So pretty cool. We also had some critical stuff with Whitney Magic, who's got she's got a really free spirit. I really like Whitney Magic, and this is with the ladies here. That's Whitney right in the front there. At the front, she's such a free spirit person, so to speak. And they had a ladies conference here called a Successful Wealthy Woman's Workshop, which is awesome. So it's great to see that. This is one of the things that we always, a lot of people complain about school. School with all the kids in school. That the one thing they come out of school and they don't know how to do money management, which is like one of the main things they need in life, and they don't learn it. It's kind of bizarre, right? Here's economics, supply and demand, but they don't actually learn how to manage money, invest, save, and all the rest of it. So, which is even more important now than ever, right? So it is kind of funny. So it's great to see this here wealthy woman's workshop there. And I don't know what they're talking about. I guess money, but that is pretty cool. Hex Scout Hyperlane, of course, that was teased as well in the Monster Thread, coming to PulseChain. Well, we now know it's live, so this has all come to realization, and it's going to ramp up to 130 chains, which is pretty awesome. Pretty neat there. Crypto Hitman from Crypto Paradise. As you guys know, the Kryptonite Show is one of the large two channels that do daily live streams. The other one, of course, is Crypto Paradise, who've recently started about a month ago. And they do an amazing job. So they're quite large KOLs, and just doing a crazy good job on PulseChain. We're very lucky to have them, and they're crushing it out there, and they're ramping up their marketing very, very soon with the old surf tokens. So there we go. We got marketing campaign, of course, update there from RG3, giving us the teaser about 1 million units being delivered into the United States by mid-December. 30,000 units already dispatched by mail on the first move, and they're looking to do a run rate of about 30,000 per day, guys. 30,000 per day. So we're going to get a lot of views, a lot of eyes on PulseChain. Just even at a 1% conversion or even a 0.5% conversion rate, it is huge. It is huge. And of course, that will be long lasting because those devices will be in the house for at least a couple of years, no doubt, in most houses, whether kids are playing with them or whether adults are using them to write their to-do list or whatever. But it's going to be pretty crazy. What else there? Liberty Swap, of course, announces new bridges with enhanced cross-chain swap with Binance Base and Arbitrum. So it's awesome with no fees. So that's what I'm saying. PulseChain's getting really friendly for on and off ramps, and that's important if we're going to be blowing up with big moves with this marketing and with a lot of other things that we know are fundamentals for PulseChain. So it's pretty huge. We're really at that turning point on the old PulseChain. Time for white swan events, let's say. Bridging Made Easy, Asian on Pulse. She has a viral tutorial and, of course, did a fantastic job in this video. It reminds me of the old kind of videos that Cryptographics used to do or Hodl Dog used to do. Very, very professionally set up and did a great job of that. So Asian on Pulse there with a viral video bridging made easy on PulseChain. So very, very awesome using Liberty Swap and OKX wallet there. So big shout out to that team. PulseChain's biggest validator, of course, Vouch became #1 validator with about 4,000 validators. And of course, the chart's been on a tear for the most part. I think only retraced in the last 24 hours. And we've got Pulse coin list there, major updates as well with Pulse domains. Now, we don't talk about some of these more exotic utilities out there, but we've got Pulse domains, we've got Pulse Send. These things are creeping up there. A lot of people think they're going to gain a lot more attention. They're just slowly getting bigger and bigger. And so, yeah, keep a look out for some of these ones like Pulse Domain and Pulse Send. They're really creeping up on them people. And, they're going to be heading for the stars. And people go, what? How'd that happen? I don't know about that. We got Crypto Ewok hosted as Hex Best Opportunity in Crypto. So we're getting a lot of cool, pumpamental videos coming out from some of the influencers, whether small or big or whatever. They're out there doing stuff. And, of course, one of those, of course, was Pre Banana and Crypto Silas, and what a great show that was. Absolutely crushing it there. Big fans of both of those two. Coinwell founder revealed, of course. We had a little video here a little post here from Triple Dad, who's now one of the founders, of course, of Coinwell, coming up with Rack and Michelle, and very excited about this. It's going to be a big deal with offering blue chip, and of course they are hunting down I think a Nasdaq listing on the stock market. So this could be the PulseChain's first. I guess they're multi-chain, but we could own it as ourselves. The first Nasdaq listed, if they get that, that'd be pretty amazing. In the next sort of 3 to 6 months, probably we'll see how long that takes. But let's say 9 months. Within 9 months, Coin Division updates there. Mr. Rochelle, of course, was appointed CEO of Coin Division, which is pretty awesome. So we obviously know we're in the whale season. Not only we're in the gaming season right now, but we're in the whale season of whales launching their projects. Obviously, Firewhale and Rackham Michelle. And of course, Ms. Rackham Michelle's Rackham's wife is now CEO of Coin Division, leading all these different platforms. I think there's at least 5 or 6 of them. One of them, of course, is Coinwell. Another one is the Coinaki, and the expected launch is in Q1. My guess is in October, so probably the beginning of October. We'll see. We'll see how right I am about that. So those are the pretty cool things in the monster thread. We also had Mo Mindset, Real Mortal, RH Max, Thailand, Hex, and Tam Tam, all putting in some honorable mentions there. So Mo Mindset was still promoting his artwork at musical festivals. We had Immortal there. She has PulseChain's Bullish long term. We had RH Max there hosting the debate there with Reinvent Ideal. They've been doing a lot of debates on that channel. Thailand Hex there celebrates his 61-year-old birthday. So big shout out to Thailand Hex. His shop is amazing. It's all blinged out with Hex and PulseChain stuff. So it's fantastic. 61 years old. Congratulations to you. Happy birthday. And of course, Tam Tam there is doing regular X Spaces. I think one was on today. Why RH assets are superior to security and doing those every week. So big shout out for that. That's really needed, of course. Pretty cool. So we did have some pretty awesome stuff, though. Janice Tower from The Dude, who I interviewed only a week ago, was it? Janice Tower is launched and live. And of course, the chart was looking amazing. Look at that chart. I haven't looked at it today, but that's number 28. There's 28 levels of tokens. So something people have to get their head around. But man, the top of the tower, number 28, is on the move there. Very, very cool. No one's really seen, as far as I know, there's been no vertical tower of tokens in LP webbing. It's normally horizontal, but we've got a vertical LP web here, and it's pretty crazy. People got to get their head around it, but that is it right now. And it's got 4 different special levels here with tax tokens on the top of them. So definitely pretty cool there with that. And I did a full interview. You can see that there with the Janice Tower. Definitely check it out because it's pretty special stuff. He's really designing some frontier stuff. Gladiator Games, of course, we discovered that as well, and looking pretty cool. Look at that badass video, the video there. Isn't that cool? The animations here. So Gladiator, who was that? It was Brennan earlier talking about AAA games, wasn't it? Well, yeah, look at that. This looks pretty damn good with these videos, stuff like that. So pretty awesome. So that's some of the cool stuff happening right now. Hey, we've got Brennan, we've got Heartwood Dog in the house there. Good morning, Superman and PulseChain fam. Hey, great to see Heartwood Dog. We're looking forward to the 13th and 14th chapter of the series finale for the anime series Pulse of the Fallen. That's coming up. Going to be pretty exciting. Now, what else we got? We got Radon in the house at this moment. Radon, of course, offering high APR rewards and EDI payments, so you can earn EDI there as well with Radon, and they also have their BDI stability pool. A stability dollar, I should say, and they're still crushing it there on Nexian. So we can keep a lookout for Radon and Crypto Pro out there working hard. Now we've got we've actually got the founder, of course, of the anime series, and of course it's in the monster thread this week. And of course we had a great write up there. Look at that, so pretty awesome. We've got the fight's going to be on here, pretty cool, and yeah, everyone's excited about where this will go. How well will they do? So a little sneak peek there of either chapter 13 or 14 with their former presidents in there. So pretty awesome stuff there. So really cool stuff happening. Keep a lookout for this week because chapter 13 and 14 are going to be dropping this week like atomic bombs. So pretty cool there. Rhinofy. Rhinofy, of course, has got the recharging mechanism, and this is going to be a real game changer for this battle token, and excited about that. Have been doing some good videos as well on good old Ali Kane show, so you can go check out Rhinofy. They're really changing the game there. And then Surf Token, of course, we talked about them. Crypto Paradise on the move. These guys are about to ramp up their marketing, so Surf Token might be a good little pickup right now. Might be. And yeah, there's a lot of opportunities with the different levels of DAO ownership. So keep up the great work from Crypto Paradise team. The other large influencer doing daily shows besides myself out in the crypto land. All right, so kind of cool. That is some of the awesome stuff that's happening. And of course, you guys can, I think I posted the link today to the monster thread. I did indeed. So give it a good read, share it around, tell your friends. And of course, you know what's coming up on Monday. That's right, monster thread number 20. 20 weeks, can you believe it? Basically the PulseChain newsletter, and it is spreading far and wide. And look, we're not even in the bull season. We're about to cross over. I think we've got the Federal Reserve. within like 16 hours time, it could be absolutely, utterly game on for PulseChain from then. And we will have stages of growth. PulseChain's not all just going to rally instantly, but we're going to have some pretty exciting white swan events, I think, and some nice, incremental gains before we ever get to the magic carpet ride part of the curve. So it's going to be pretty fun to see that play out. All the bridges are opening up. So PulseChain is open for business. Probably in another month's time, we'll be, have all the bridges we could ever possibly desire, access to all the liquidity on the bridges, and it could be huge, right? Now we do have the interest rates within 16 hours. You just never know. Richard Hart looks at interest rates. This is a big trigger for him today. I cannot understate that enough. Richard Hart, this is a big thing that Richard Hart is looking at, the interest rates today. So take note of that. That is something big, and you just never know. We might see one of these.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.
So we may very well see one of those. That's always possible on an event like interest rate cuts. So stay tuned for that. There's lots of things that could happen on the chain moving forward. So fantastic. Now, as I said, if you are a project team out there, you want to get some coverage, hit either MBS up or myself, where MBS is the promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show, also the editor-in-chief of the weekly Monster Thread. And of course, you can hit myself up as well, either in Telegram, the links are in the video description, or on X in the DMs, or in Discord, of course, the links are there too. If you want to get any promotional support as well, including publications or direct promotions, we do it all. So it's a professional service that is needed on PulseChain, and it's a pleasure to do it. We're here here every day, doing the grind, and because we love PulseChain and we want it to succeed, and so we're playing our part in a modest way. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you want to get on the stream here, let us know as well. So take care, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Another day in the office. Another day in the office. Bring on the God candle there, says Brennan. Absolutely. I'm excited. It's going to be fun, guys. Mad gains. Now, good to remember, PulseChain's on a low base. What does that mean? Buy low. What happens when it goes up? You can decide later on. That's all I can say. We're only warming up, guys. Tom Lee says we're halfway through. We've got the target on the back of Ethereum, 15, 16K by the end of the year, minimum 8K this year. And of course, who knows what the top of the cycle will be. 30K, 60K. I think 60K, what is it, 60K or 80K? I can't remember now, was the network value. Somewhere between those two. I might have to go back on that. But that is pretty exciting where we could be going here. And of course, he says that crypto, particularly Ethereum and related tokens, are the biggest play in the next 10 years. So bring it on. That's all we can say. Bring it on. All right, take care. Bye for now, and I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, smash the bell, all that good stuff. And see you in Discord. Links in the video description to join up. And I'll catch you tomorrow's show, 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace out, everybody. Peace out.